All right, y'all. I had to run it back because I got restricted somehow. I don't even know what I said to get restricted. I don't know. I don't know what happened. But we running it back. We starting it back over again. But the point I was making beforehand was like, why are y'all so worried about us? Why are y'all focused on what we got going on? If you're a true racist and you're supposed to be focused on the betterment of the white race and how we can improve the issues going on in the white community, wouldn't you start at home? Wouldn't you start with the opioid crisis? Wouldn't you start with the child endangerment crisis? Wouldn't you start with the mental issues and the rabbit holes that your children are going down that are leading them to, you know, doing violence in schools? Wouldn't you start with those types of things, the things that are affecting your community the most first, before you start talking about what's going on in our community and how we need to pull our pants up and stop listening to King Von and, pull yourselves up by the bootstraps and, keep the fathers in the home? Like, shouldn't y'all be focused on what y'all got going on first before you start trying to pontificate to us? Wouldn't that be better for you as a white supremacist racist? Well, you was here earlier. I'm gonna talk to you real quick. All right, what's up? Well, what you got for me?
All right. So, so black people, right? My only problem, right, with
Mm-hmm.
black people, right, is
Wait,
and
wait, wait. Well, before you
yeah,
give
yeah.
me your life story about why you hate black people,
Okay,
I
okay,
don't really care about that.
okay.
So, I'm what I'm asking is this is the question here. I made it short and punchy on the screen, but the real thing I'm getting at is if you're a racist and typically racists don't just hate one group; they usually hate a bunch of different groups. So,
Sure,
like, they
sure.
probably don't like the Hispanics, also. They probably don't like the Jews. They probably don't like Indians. Like, it's a whole bunch of other minority groups that they
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
don't like. But when you hear them talking about issues with minorities and uh, things that are going wrong in the world because of these minorities, it's almost always connected to black people, which is crazy because a lot of these same people are also like these white supremacists who believe that the Jews are the ones pulling the strings. The Jews are the puppet masters. They're the real ones in charge of everything. They're the ones actually controlling the black community and setting it up for them to be that way. Why is it that this visceral hatred and vitriol not pointed towards them and is always pointed towards us when we don't control shit? We're just the puppets in the situation. Why is that?
Yes, that is because the concept of the Jews controlling things, right, is not actually the case. And the Jews as a the Jews are more of like a psychological stand-in in the mind of a lot of white people for white people that are actually running the system, right? Because you know, you have to remember, like calling a white person Jewish when they're not actually Jewish, right? It's more of like a way to say that, like, you're being slimy, you're not being altruistic, you're not being kind. And you have to remember who popularized this term, right? It was the Germans. And I think you have to remember about the Germans is that they called, America and Britain more broadly Jewish, right? But really, what that was like a psychological sort of release valve for. It's like a psychological release valve because calling like American whites or British whites, like calling out the system as it is, is kind of hard to do because it's like simultaneously very gross and disgusting while also
Okay,
being
well, you're
beneficial.
well. So
Yeah.
really quickly, like you're. I get where you're going. This is kind of a tangent though. What I'm asking is, like the Jew part is just a additional detail that I probably shouldn't have added, and I apologize for doing that. The main point I was making is why when we dealing with racists and talking to racists, their number one group to criticize and talk shit about and joke about is the black community. Why is that?
Yes. That is because it's just the good old familiar, right? Just the good old familiar. Like that's I mean, there's a lot of historical stories. I mean, I can tell you like honestly, I don't really have like I mean, my problem with BLK people is a little bit.
Okay, so I told you I didn't want to hear your story about why you hate black people, dude. Like you're not. I feel like you just wanted to hear yourself talk, and you're not answering the questions at all. So I'm just gonna move on to the next person. All right, let's see what Daniel has to say. I'm doing this one on one, by the way. I'm not getting a whole bunch of people up here at once. Every time I do that, it turns into fucking chaos. I felt like doing it earlier. I don't feel like doing that no more. Let's see. Daniel. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Shit. Uh, but yeah, it's like the long drawn out story you were gonna tell about. Well, I don't like black people because of this, and this. Like, I don't care. I'm not asking you why you don't like black people. I know you don't like black people already. I don't care about black people as long as they stay away from mine. They can do then. I don't even know what you just said. All right, let's go to Dick Warlock. All right, what's up, Dick?
What up?
All right, man. Why are racists so obsessed with black people, man? Talk to me.
Oh, I mean, it might be something like why are racists so upset with or so obsessed with white people?
Mm,
Because
go deeper.
just as much as you hear people uh, being obsessed with black people and how they act in their actions, you hear
Hmm.
just as much from black people talking on white people.
Hmm.
But it's more
Yeah.
socially acceptable for black people to talk on white people, and then black people could say a lot more harsher stuff and get away with it than white people can on black people.
So your answer of why are racists obsessed with black people is it goes both ways. That's what you came up here to say.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is there's clearly been a division driven here. And the
Okay,
real
so
question that needs to be
Dick,
asked is
before you go down this,
why,
Dick,
where?
Dick, Dick, before you go down this whole thing, because I'm talking about a very specific thing, and you're gonna try
Mm-hmm.
to turn it into oh, well, it's actually coming from the top down and trying to divide everybody. I'm not trying
Well,
to talk about
I'm
that right
glad you're
now.
inside my head and know exactly where I'm coming from. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
But do
yeah,
I digress. Do go.
Dick. I'm talking about a very specific thing right now. Okay, so what I'm asking is when we dealing with white supremacists on this app or in the world, that the ones who will come up here and say inward, 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 right? You know the types. Why is their number one victim, the number one person they want to criticize, the number one community they have their jokes for, the number one community they have the things to say about are black people? When a lot of them they dislike other groups too. They usually dislike the Jews. They usually dislike Hispanics. They usually dislike Indians. They usually dislike a bunch of other minorities. Why is the black community the number one group that they tend to hate on the most? Why is that? And you can unmute now.
Yeah, well, it's probably because the black group is the most largest and prevalent. And it's
Wait,
the
there's
same
more
thing
black.
about the black
Wait,
group.
wait,
The
wait,
first thing they're
Dick.
going to hate on is the white group
Wait,
because they're the most largest and prevalent.
Dick. How is the black? Because we're talking about black Americans, which is 13% of the population. There's more of us than Indians. There's more of us than Mexicans. There's more of us
Yeah,
than
in America,
Asians.
yes. In
That's
America,
not.
yes.
That's not
America's
true. There's
predominantly
more
white and black.
Hispanics. There's more Hispanics here now than
No, America's
black
predominantly
people.
white and black.
Okay,
Hispanics are a third.
Well, let's see. I might be wrong about that. Let's fact check that. Let's see. America's population by race. Let's see. Let's see. So
If
as
it's
of
not like
2020,
that right
57.
now, it was
I
like
got
that
you.
for a long time leading up to it.
So as of 2020, 57.8% of the U.S. Population was white. 18.7% was Hispanic, and 12.1%. So it's less now. There was 12.
No, that's bullshit.
And this is from Pew Research. This is from Pew Research. Are you going to say that they're wrong and leftist or something?
I would say that I encounter more black people in just my regular day-to-day life than I do Hispanic.
Yeah, well, they don't collect data by saying who do you run into in your everyday life. They don't collect data that way.
Down to Texas around the border, that might change. But I live in Kentucky right now, and so the most prevalent race that I encounter besides white is black, and then after black is Hispanic.
So Dick, not respectfully, but like, who gives a fuck? Like, you
could not be respectfully. You can't put that in there.
No, because I'm not trying to be respectful when I say, like, who gives a fuck? Just because you run into more black people, that doesn't change the data. That doesn't change the research. Like, you're just wrong about this. There's more Hispanics.
You don't know nothing about data and research. Quit acting like you do.
I'm literally giving you the source right now.
I don't care. You don't know nothing about no data and research. Shut up.
What do you mean? Okay, so you're
anyway.
Just dumb.
So let's move on.
You're just dumb. Wait, no, let's not move on, because this is my shit and I control what we talk about here. Before we get to the next thing, I need you to concede, because you were very confident about how there's more black people here. That's why we can't stop talking shit about black people.
My personal anecdotal evidence, which really doesn't mean anything.
It really doesn't.
I'm just saying, But I'm just saying, I encounter more black people than I do Hispanic. But it really doesn't mean, because that, it depends on where you move around the country. That could change, So.
Yeah, I mean, but your reasoning is just not backed up by the data. The data is showing that there's more of them.
All right, all right, I'll give you that. All right, you got me. Dead to right, you got me. Boom.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the whole point, right? That's what I'm trying to say.
So, what was the question?
Bro, you're not going to try to get me to go where you want to go. I'm controlling the conversation here.
All right. Well,
but to refocus, I'm going to ask the question again, because the answer you gave me was insufficient. Why do you think the racist people won't stop talking about black people over everybody else? Why do you think that is?
The same reason for both sides, both camps.
Your mic kind of got fucked up. I don't know if
Oh,
you're
I'm sorry.
like,
Yeah, I had my finger over it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
go
That I
ahead.
think I think it's the same reason for both camps. I think the white people are
Your mic is
the
fucking up
white people.
again. Can you? I don't know what you're doing, but it's ruining your. I can't
The
hear you.
white people.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
That's better.
Look, so I think it's the same thing. I think that the white people who search
Bro,
this
if you
shit
say if
out
it's coming
is
from
the
both
test
sides
over
one
black
more
people.
time.
I think the white people who search this shit out
Okay,
is
never mind. the oh my god, uh I'm dealing with people who aren't very equipped for this conversation. All right, let me get Slacker up in here. Slacker. Oh, Slacker didn't. I guess he bounced. But yeah, I hope that last two guests know straight answers. Of course, they don't have any straight answers because, I mean, I don't think it's rational. I don't think there's a rational reason behind it. I find this like an interesting thought experiment. And I feel like this is something that people don't really think about that much. They don't, like if a person, let's say you walk out into the street right now and you ask them, what's your best racist joke? Everybody got a little racist joke they like to tell. Cause it is funny sometimes. And they say, what's your best racist joke? I'm gonna say 9.5 times out of 10 is gonna be a joke at black people's expense. If somebody says, who's the race that's more likely to do insert this bad thing here? 9.5 times out of 10 is gonna be about black people. Like, let's be honest here. When people are being racist, good title though. Thanks, Tech. But yeah, when people are deciding to be racist and to say racist shit and to talk about marginalized communities, it usually is pointed at the black community, which is crazy because there's so many other communities that can be criticized. We're not the only ones here, but for whatever reason, the focus is always on us. And I want to know why that is. You feel me? Why is that? Especially for white racists, right? White racists who have all the answers for the black community, and like they already know, like, the black community, y'all need to get yourselves together. Black people just need to get their culture together. Black people need to stop listening to King Von all the time, and they need to pull their pants up, and they need to have their fathers in the home and stop having baby mama drama. And they need to do this and they need to do that and they need to do this and they need to do that. They have all the answers for our community. They know everything going on in our community. They know everything wrong with our community. But then when we ask them about the issues going on in their community, it turns into, well, I don't know. Well, that's just an individual. Well, he was just crazy. Well, I don't know why there's so many people on opioids. They don't know shit about the issues going on in their community. They don't know shit about, there's no cultural problems in the white community, apparently. There's no music that they need to stop listening to. There's no dress that they need to stop doing. There's no culture-wide issue for them to address. So they spend all their time talking shit about us and what we supposed to be doing. I feel like if y'all spent more time talking about how to fix the opioid crisis and why everybody's on fent and meth in your community, if y'all spent more time focusing on why the highest number of people who have CP is the white community, or why the highest number of people messing with kids are from the white community, why the highest number of people who are doing these pewings, I don't know the words to use, are white people, and a litany of other issues that y'all have in your community. I feel like if y'all focused on that instead of worrying about what we have going on, then y'all will be all right, you know? And it would help with your obsession. If you have your own shit to deal with, it would help with your obsession about what we got going on. Maybe y'all should stop studying the statistics of black people and start focusing on the statistics in your own community. Like, why is 1350 so easy to come off the top of y'all's head about us, but y'all don't know any of the FBI statistics in your community? Have y'all noticed that? Have y'all noticed that they don't know any of the statistics about the white community and everything going wrong in their community? Because there is shit going on in their community. It's not perfect in white land. There's shit going on in y'all's community. But they don't know any of that shit. They don't study the statistics because they're not trying to get ammo to fight the culture war against their people. They're trying to get ammo to fight the culture war against us. Exactly. Of course, the only FBI stat you know is 1350. Why do you think that is? All right, but I'm going to let Dave come in first, and then I'm going to get Castrator. All right, Dave. Go on pandering. Jesse's live, because what you talking about, he does. I don't even know who that is. I think about 1350 so much I might get it tatted. Y'all might as well get the shit tatted. Like, anytime I hear these conversations, it's like clockwork. It's like an NPC dialogue tree. Like, you have to say 1350. There's no conversation about black people where the term 1350 is not brought up. You might as well get a fucking tramp stamp with 1350 on it. All right, let's get Castrator, because the last guy couldn't come in. Shouts out to you, Tech. Castrator. Oh, there you go. What's up, Castrator?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good, man. What you got for me?
What do you think a racist is?
A person who is prejudiced to people based on their race. That's the simple answer.
What I think a racist is someone who believes in race. Not necessarily that they think that they're supreme, because that's like black supremacy or white supremacy, you know. That's a different thing entirely. Racists are just people that believe that race is a thing. So everyone's a racist.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that. I mean, I feel like once you broaden a definition to that degree, where literally everybody can be racist, then the definition becomes useless at that point.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
there's no,
unless someone believes that it's a social construct, I mean, then technically not. Although they can be prejudiced.
and you don't believe that race is a social construct.
Well, no, but I don't think that it's a bit more complicated than is it a social construct or not? Like, there's this one.
Your connection is fucking up. I think your internet realized you was about to say some bullshit and cut you off.
No.
Try again.
There's
Try
this
again.
quote. There's this quote that says, "Race, it is a feeling, not a reality. 95% nothing more. There's no such thing as a pure race. Race has national pride has no need for the idea of race." That's a quote from Benito Mussolini saying that race has nothing to do with national pride, right? So that's saying that race, although race is a thing, it doesn't mean that to be a part of a country, you have to be white or you have to be black, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So
I don't give a fuck about what Mussolini said, number one. And number two,
well, that's just showing
uh,
that the person that you would call a racist says, hey, black people can call themselves Italians.
yeah, I don't
So,
care. I don't care. So,
well, buddy, these are kind of like the racist people that you're kind of talking about. These are actually the racist people. This is the guy who was with the racist, the guy who sided with the quote unquote racist guy in World War II, and yet you're the one saying that racists are obsessed with black people.
Okay,
You can't
first
even
of all,
tell me what
I'm
a
not
racist
talking.
is.
I'm not talking about. Is this your whole argument is hinged on the fact that Mussolini
That you don't
said
know what you're
that?
talking about.
That's what you're.
No,
That's
I've
your.
given you a
That's your
couple
whole
different
argument.
examples.
Well, no, you didn't. You just
Yes,
gave
I
me a
did. I
quote from Mussolini. That's
said that you have conflicting terms because you have terms like white supremacy and prejudice, which would mean the same thing as racist by your definition, which doesn't make any sense. Are these all synonyms? No, they mean different things. So racist means a different thing. It isn't just supremacy. It isn't just prejudice. So what is it? It's someone who believes in race. Okay, so
You're just
racist
saying
doesn't
shit
make any
right
sense
now.
with your own prompt. And then
you're
the
just
quote unquote
saying-
racist that you believe are the people that hate.
Sir, you're not gonna steamroll me. This is my shit, okay? So when you hear me talking,
so I can't be wrong.
Yep. Well, I didn't. This is not because I'm wrong. It's because I'm trying to talk and you're talking over me, and this is my shit. You can come back up here. You can invite. You can request again if you want to try again. But this is a conversation, so I'm not allowing you to monologue. We going back and forth here. But remigration, white lives matter. You know what? I'm gonna let you come up here. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to remigration here. But yeah, like, I'm not gonna first of all, you dirty, stinky racist, I'm not gonna let you steamroll me on my own shit, okay? If I'm trying to make a point, you're gonna listen to it, because this is my shit. I don't have to be quiet and let you talk. Disrespectfully, I don't have to listen to you. I could do this whole thing talking by myself. I don't really give a fuck. I'm just gonna upload this to somewhere else later anyway. This is for recording purposes. So I don't have to keep you filthy, stinky, dirty, disgusting racist on here. I'm doing it for my own entertainment. And when I'm done with you, I'll get rid of you. It's not that deep. But yeah. I don't even know what bro was trying to say. Like, he's like, racism, a racist is just a person that believes in race, and that black supremacy and white supremacy means two different, like, what are you even getting at? I feel like he thought that he got me with the Mussolini quote. Like, I don't give a fuck about what Mussolini said. I'm not following Mussolini. Like, I have no idea what he was even trying to do. It's a sign of low intelligence. It's for sure a sign of low intelligence. Like, it's like caveman logic. Black people, bad. White people, good. Like, and these are supposed to be the high IQ people. These are supposed to be the people who are naturally smarter. And that's the logic they're using. I don't get that part of it. I mean, and y'all not beating the allegations. Like, the last guy is not beating the allegations. This man wanted to flatten the meaning of the word racism to just meaning people who believe in race. So that means everybody. First of all, I don't believe in race. I don't believe that race is a real thing. And I think a lot of people recognize that race isn't a real thing. Race is socially constructed. Race is, like, what people are calling race are just a certain set of phenotypical traits. And they're not exclusive to what we're calling these racial groups. So anybody, like, what we usually associate with black people is like big lips, big nose, big ass, a lot of big stuff, right? And but that's not an exclusive black thing. So you don't have to be a black to have a big nose. You don't have to be black to have big lips. These genetic markers, these phenotypical markers, They're just that. It's the same thing as like people who might have black hair versus people who have brown hair, or people who might have blue eyes versus people who have brown eyes. Like it's just another physical trait. And maybe a certain area of people might usually have those traits more than others, but and in the end, all the connections we're making here are arbitrary. It's all arbitrary. It's shit that we all just came up with one day. I know that's simplifying it quite a bit, but that's basically all it is. We've all agreed that black people have these traits, and white people have these traits, and Asian people have these traits. We all just socially agreed to that for whatever reason. But there's no actual hard science to prove that those are racial traits. I think they're just traits like any other physical trait. They're passed down from generation to generation, and it shifts and turns, and people who aren't black end up having big lips. People who are black end up having slim noses. Like it's all arbitrary. It's socially constructed. It's not real. Race is not real. We haven't classified ourselves as race as like different races for more than a few hundred years. This is a relatively new concept. We've just started doing this shit in human history for real. So like this is it's so simple and easy. But anyway, let me see what this guy has to say. Pluto. What you got for me, Pluto?
Yeah, I'm just kind of confused about the prompt.
Coming in kind of hot there, bro. Are you okay?
What do you mean hot? Are you calling me hot? Are you calling me hot? Don't do that.
You're like
please.
screaming. You're
Don't
screaming.
do that. Don't call me hot. Don't call me hot. I'm not gay.
Oh my Lord. They're not sending their best, y'all. They're not sending their best.
So what are you talking
Pluto,
about? What are you talking about?
Pluto,
what?
Just relax, Pluto. So
I'm relaxed. My
question is
relaxed. Yes. What's
I'm
so
really
funny,
trying.
dude?
I'm really trying, Pluto. I'm trying.
I'm not making any jokes here, dude. Like, come on.
So Pluto, for this to continue, I need you not to reply to literally everything I say.
Not literally everything you
sit
say.
tight
Okay,
for a
I got
second.
you. All right, I got you.
Just sit tight for a second.
All right, Will.
So bro, you're doing it right now. Okay, so the question is, why are racists obsessed with black people? Do you want me to give you some background?
Well, I'm racist. I'm racist.
Okay, never mind. These are supposed to be the high IQ, supreme people. Like I'm even if you're racist, like I'll have the conversation with you, but I don't get what he's trying to do here. Let's see what Jesse Lee has to say here. What up, Jesse?
It's good, bro.
First of all, I'm gonna need you to turn that R&B music off. It's the middle of the night, and like I don't know how to feel about talking to another nigga with R&B playing in the background.
Well, I'm not a nigga, so
it don't matter. Anyway, why are racists obsessed with black people? Talk to me.
Yeah, man, it goes down to the penis size, man. At his natural core, I think that's what it comes down to, man. Because it starts to show in their old age, they start to get a little older, they get obsessed with black men digging out their wives. It's just like weird stuff like that. I think it just comes down to mano y mano stuff.
Yeah, I mean, what I don't understand though is if they're racist, like typically they don't just hate black people. Usually they hate like the Jews too. They hate Indians too. They hate Hispanics too. But I don't see the same level of vitriol for those groups as for us.
But wait, they like I used to think that, right? I used to think that because I grew up in New York and I was used to being around all type of people. But when I moved to Florida, I was around more Caucasian people. So I got to know them a little bit better. And I had a hard time fitting in at first until I realized that, oh, they don't treat me like this because they hate me. Well, that's technically true, but they treat me like this because they treat each other that way. You know, like I watched the way their office politics, and I watched it when someone like of color came through. Then I would see like the person of color would actually start trying to kiss their ass and throw you under the bus just to please them. And I just realized but they were doing the same thing to each other. They were cutthroating each other. And I think what unites them is racism. Like, because before, remember, they were fighting. They were fighting like crazy. The thing that united them in the United States was the newspaper. I feel like the newspaper brought them all together. Oh, black man tries to take over a white community. He gets hung, saves the white man. Hooray, the white man. So I think the newspaper, that's why we never had one. Like, and when we did, it got destroyed or it got ridiculed, like the one in Harlem when they made the Nation of Islam used to have their own newspapers. Yeah. But it would get joked on. It would, oh, bean pies. It would get automatically made fun of. But you need the newspaper to kind of like unify the people, or like keep the people informed.
I think they still print the Final Call newspaper.
Yeah, they do.
Newspaper. Yeah.
But it's just like it's not hitting as it should, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, but and I appreciate you and your input here, but I'm actually looking for disagreeers. So respectfully, I got to get you the fuck up out of here. But shouts out to you though. Shouts out to Jesse. He said some good stuff there, but I think I get what he was trying to say. It's kind of like a projection thing. Like they're projecting out externally how they feel about themselves. So they see themselves as these evil, wicked, violent people, and they're putting it out to other people. I get it. Why don't we reciprocate the energy for them? Because I don't let evil people turn me evil. I'm not gonna become racist because people are being racist to me. I'm not gonna say I hate white people because white people say they hate black people. I don't hate people based on race just because they hate me based on race. Maybe I'm just built different, but I feel like that's kind of like pussy. That's kind of like you getting shook off of your morals and principles because somebody made you mad. Like you don't have no control over yourself. I feel like I can criticize and admonish people who I disagree with and think are promoting something bad and evil without mudslinging and becoming them and doing what they do. I don't have to do that. I don't have to. I know it's corny, but you don't fight fire with fire. You fight fire with water, And that's not me trying to be like the kumbaya guy saying we all just need to love each other. Because no, I don't love racists. I'm not going to be cool with a racist. I'm just not going to let racists turn me racist too. Because if I'm up here saying racists are goofy, racists are dumb and low IQ, and then I'm being racist to them, then that means I'm dumb and low IQ too. I'm doing the same shit they're doing. So I get what people are coming from with that. Like, I understand. Be disrespectful to racists. I have no problem saying fuck racists. I don't want them around me. I don't want them living in my neighborhood and going to the same school as my children. Fuck all racist people. But not because they're white, not because they're black, not because of what race they are. It's because of their vile, disgusting racism. Because I'm not like them. I don't prejudge people based on their race. But I do believe racism is a vile and disgusting worldview. And for a person to actually be proud and call themselves racist, they've had gone through so many roadblocks to get to that point, and they just continued and continued and continued, which shows to me that this is just something that they wanted to involve themselves with. Like they were dedicated to this racism shit. They really wanted, because people don't become racist on accident. People don't slip on a banana peel and say they hate niggas. Like, it's a very long process, either of the family teaching it to you, or you going and Googling and researching and looking up all the terrible things about a certain group of people to confirm your bias. And once you're at that point, it's fuck you. Because you were looking out for this. You were actively searching for this. This is what you wanted. So it's no like reforming you and trying to talk to you nicely so that you change your views and come on my side. Fuck you. I don't want you on my side. But that's not because you're white. It's because you're a filthy racist. And I'm not like you. But anyway, I'll probably stay on here for a little bit longer. Let's see what y'all talking about in the comment section. It says, somebody, they having a conversation here at all. I hate everyone who hates me and wish nothing good upon them. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I don't hate them all. Only most of them. Okay. You going kind of crazy. All right. Let's see. Recovering racist and oh, shout out to you. You used to be racist and now you're not anymore. Do you think racists can recover? I think they can, but I feel like they need to go through that recovery process before they start talking to black people. Before they don't try to have conversations with black people so that you can, learn new things to change your perspective. Like, you need to heal yourself before you come back to us to try to talk to us. You know what I'm saying? Are they undercover? We're not all racist. A lot of black people are just as racist. See, and I have a problem with you saying that, because this doesn't say anything. Because when you say we, I'm assuming you're talking about white people. My post here doesn't say, why are white people obsessed with black people? It says, why are racists obsessed with black people? You just filled that blank in yourself. You associate white people with racists. That's on you. That's not on me. I'm not a recovering racist. Okay, I got you. Do you go and talk to a bunch of people that are racist and try to convert them? Because I see that as a waste of time. But if you want to keep doing the good work, that's cool. It's a waste of time to me. Once you've gotten to the point where you're actively saying, yes, I'm racist. Yes, I don't like this group of people. I feel like you're too far gone at that point. You haven't gotten to that point through logic and reasoning. You have a preconceived notion about a group of people, and you went on I'mRight.com on the internet to confirm your bias. And me trying to prove my humanity to you and feel like, please see us as equal. Please see us as humans. We're just like you. Trying to appeal to your empathy. It makes me feel like a bitch. It makes me feel less of a man doing that. I'm not going to do that shit. It's fuck you once you've gotten to that point. And you have to do the work on your own end to get past your goofy racist phase. Because I understand. I used to be 14 at one point. I used to want to be edgy and say things that people didn't like and that would offend people. But then I grew up from being 14 years old, and I got out of that edgy phase, and I said, like, I want to get girls and shit. Like, I want to be a functioning member of society, and I can't do that with this goofy ass edgy shit. So I got out of it. But a lot of people don't get out of that. They get further and further deeper into the edgy, trying to be different from everybody else shit. They get deeper into it, and they turn into like niggas that I was talking to earlier in this thing. Well, you know what? Well, I'm gonna let you back up here one more time, and then I'm gonna end it because I actually want to go to sleep. So I'll just listen to you one more time, and then I'm gonna bounce. What you got for me, Well?
Yeah, I just don't really want to be like anyone else. I'm just a really intelligent, like intellectual guy. Just I just think what makes me special is my ability to think like outside the box and critically.
Yeah, shout out to you, recovering racist. Shout out to everybody in the comment section, by the way. But yeah, well, so and I'm not trying to be like a dickhead or whatever. It's just like I have a low attention span. Like I think I might have ADHD or some shit. So like when people are kind of meandering around the point, it makes me anxious. So that's why like when people are given like a long-winded explanation, I cut in and just like, hey, like, can we get to the actual answer of what you're trying to say? Like, I'm not trying to be a jackass. It's just, it's hard for me to have the conversation with people who are not brief in their explanations, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. That's totally understandable.
But yeah, I mean, did you have anything else you wanted to add on, or you want to say one last thing before you bounced out of here?
I just really thought there were a lot of really good, intelligent guests tonight, and I was the first one.
Yeah, I mean, like it's hard to run into people who actually are equipped to have the conversation, because I asked this question this way for a reason, and I try to give them a chance to, or I try to have them give me a chance to explain what I mean when I'm saying this, but they just fly off the deep end and say, "Well, what about you niggas?" And I'm like, okay, bro, like, never mind. You're not in the headspace to have this discussion here. This is a little more in depth for you. But do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, do you understand? Like, when I say, why are racists obsessed with black people? Like, when I say racist people are obsessed with black people, I feel like I've said this like 15 times. I'm gonna just say it one more time. Like, it just feels like this to me, and maybe I'm wrong about this and the data says something otherwise. I haven't done any research on this, but every time I've had these discussions, or I've seen people having these discussions with actual racists, if you go on their page or you've heard them talk before, most of their ire and vitriol is for the black community. Even though they supposedly dislike all these other groups too, like they dislike the Hispanics and they dislike the Indians and they dislike the Asians and they dislike all these other minorities, or the Jews, they dislike the Jews. Like, why is it so much focus on the black community versus all these other groups?
Here's what I'll say though. Like, the only place that people are allowed to be like slightly racist is the internet. Like, the vast majority of domains, people are not racist or can't be. So like, even if people personally feel that way, like, society is set up in such a way that they can't really act on it. So,
Right. I mean, I get that part of it.
but
I'm not even
but I get
arguing
what you're
like
saying,
they
Mike.
shouldn't. But here's the thing, well, I'm not even arguing for them to stop being racist. I'm not trying to
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
reform the racists. I'm saying why is it not equal? Why is it not spread out evenly? Why is it always whenever there's a racist chat, it's only them roasting black people in their chat? Why is every time there's a criticism to minorities, it's always to the black community? If you claim to be racist and hate all people equally, I don't see that hate being distributed equally. I see it focusing on the black community, and I don't understand why. We're not the biggest problem in this country. We're 13% of the population. Yeah, we got a crime problem, just like a lot of populations have crime problems, but we're not the biggest issue in the country. There's bigger fish to fry, I believe. I just don't see why we're always the target versus all these other groups.
That is.
But I'm gonna see what oh, hold up. It's a couple of people that are jumping in here. Let me see. Wandering. What you got for me, Wandering?
I have a conspiracy theory for you guys. I can't prove that it's true, but it seems mostly true. I think that it's the upper classes, like of white people, that need this to be true because the Moors, the black Africans, came into Europe and pulled all the people out of serfdom and ignorance. You know, they taught people to wash their bodies and stuff like that, and they resented the African and black people so bad because, you know, they no longer were rulers of people, that those same families to this day have an agenda against black people, and there's it's a vendetta that's hundreds of years old because you Africans dethroned them by bringing Europeans out of ignorance and poverty.
That is a perspective. That is interesting. I mean, I haven't done the research to be able to back up what you're saying, but you know,
Yeah,
I'll accept that at face value.
Great. Just look up the Moors. They came out of Africa. They pretty much spent what's equivalents of trillions of dollars today.
Sheesh.
There, all the history's written down there, so it's easy enough to. But I'm off. I just had to say that. But thank you for having me up.
For sure. Thanks for coming through, and shout out to you. Well, I think you're racist too, but you're not like low IQ like the rest of them, so that's why I'm able to actually have a discussion with you. But I gotta go to sleep, so I'm gonna have to get you the fuck up out of here. Disrespectfully though, because I'm pretty sure you're racist just like the rest of them. But yeah, man, the obsession is real. It just hits different when you're talking shit about the black community for some reason. It just hits different. I'm up late. Yeah, man, I'm about to go to sleep, Solo. Like I shouldn't be up this late. It's like 2:30 where I'm at almost. What do you think about Jewish people? Okay, I'll answer that. I'll answer questions in the comments for a little while, and then I'll get the fuck up out of here. I'm not accepting any more requests. So, Jewish people, I mean, I don't believe in any of those. The prompt looked chopped off. We can't read it. Oh, fuck. I think I have to shorten it. That's my bad. I'll fix that next time. I might run this back again tomorrow. It just says, why are racists obsessed with black people? That was the question. But yeah, Jewish people, I don't think anything of Jewish people. Like, it's just another religion, just like all the rest of the religions. Like, it's like asking, what do you think of Buddhists? What do you think of people who believe in the Shinto religion? What do you believe the people, Hindus? What do you think about, you know, like, I don't think anything of them. Like, what is there to think of them? Now, if you're talking about like Zionists, yeah, they want me to, yeah, like, I don't know what, They want me to say something wild. Like I don't know what you want me to say. When you want me to say I hate the Jews and Jews are terrible. Like, no, nigga, they're just like all the rest of the religions. Now, if you're talking about Zionists, that's a whole other thing. If you're talking about the IDF and the state of Israel and what they're doing in Gaza, that's a whole other thing. That's not a problem with Jewish people in general. That's a problem with that specific group of Jews. Oh my God, why are people still requesting? Moorish Israel? You know what? Because of that name, I'm going to give you one chance. And then I really do got to get the fuck up out of here because I'm tired and it's like 2:30 right now. What's up, Moorish Israelite? What you got for me?
Hey, bro, I think that people are so obsessed with us because we the master race and we actually are the ones on top, like genetically, and they see it and they jealous of that. They wish they had that. They wish they had what we had.
Interesting.
Think about
what's
it, bro,
going
like,
on.
actually. Like you see them, bro. They trying to do our hairstyles and they trying to talk like us, walk like us, dress like us, bro. So I always been doing that since we got to this country, bro. They always want to be us, bro. Until it actually time to be us, then they don't want to be us, bro. Oh God.
Yeah.
Kenny, I have a question
Solo?
for Morris. Morris, are you biracial, bro?
Nah, bro. I'm 100% black.
I don't. There's no such thing as 100% black, bro.
I don't care what you think, bro. I'm telling you, like,
what is a Moorish Israelite, bro?
that's what I am. It's my name.
I'm just asking you, like, what is it though?
Yeah,
that's confusing to me.
Yeah,
that's why I even added you on here. I don't know what that means.
So I'm gonna tell you. So I'm gonna tell you what that means.
It's usually like, either you're
TikTok
Moorish.
has a feature. TikTok has like a feature where you can put like a name on there, and people can read
Bro,
it. So they can,
but
like,
why you gotta
see
be
what
sassy,
they-
brother? We're just trying to know, bro.
I know I'm not being sassy. I'm like telling you.
Yeah,
what
you are.
can
You can
do,
simply
like,
just say
on TikTok.
a Moorish
You
Israelite
can put
is
your
this,
name on
this,
there,
this,
and
this,
you
this,
can choose
sassy.
it to be what you want. I mean,
Moorish.
if you used to
like,
being
you don't have
sassy,
to be defensive about this,
Right.
man. Like, we're just wondering where that name comes from. Why'd you put that name?
Okay.
Do you don't want to tell us? Just say you don't want to tell us if you don't want to tell us.
I mean, okay, I'll tell you.
Okay. Anyway, I think I'm about to go to sleep.
And then why
now.
y'all niggas so nosy anyway? Why do y'all niggas want to be people times and know anyway? Oh, I want to know where your name
Is
is.
that
This nigga got a turban on.
Moorish Israelite doesn't make any sense together.
Ain't nobody asking about your name.
Yo, nigga, calm your ass down, nigga. Yo,
That's why your name
Hey,
is
yo,
Morris,
and my
Morris,
name
calm your
Morris.
ass
Chill
down, bro.
out, bro.
Calm your ass
Chill
down,
out.
And that's why your name
It's-
is Solar Debates too. Debates. What is a
It's
debate?
not that deep, bro. We're just
Bro, it
wondering.
is deeper than you think.
Niggas
Bro.
in his feelings about.
Nigga, you got your feelings all in the box.
We're like, why are you getting
That hit a
angry
spot.
about this?
That hit a spot, huh? All right.
Yeah, bro. I'm
I had a
really
nerve.
mad right now.
Man, you know, Kenny, I have never seen a sensitive Israelite before in my life.
Hey,
I mean,
Right.
Hey, bro.
This is so confusing
Hey, bro,
to
watch
me.
your
I don't
mouth, bro.
understand.
or what?
Bro,
Or what?
Or else I'm about to call the Jews on you, bro. Watch out, bro.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
I
Well,
think
I'm about to
thanks
have
for
that
every.
name just to have Christ to come and sound like a
Bro, you just
motherfucking
have that name
legend.
just to have it on there, bro. You just have that just to have it on there because you think it's cool, bro.
I'm about to get
Yeah,
your fat
that-
mom to have a heart attack again.
Yeah,
bro.
that name don't make no fucking sense.
It makes no
Moorish
sense at all.
Israelite.
So
I
why
don't
are
get
y'all
it.
running my dick
But
24/7 about my name? See, ain't
Hey,
nobody talking about your
Kenny,
name.
this nigga's
Oh
an
my
involved
God.
version. He's involved. He's a
See, y'all niggas just mad because
yeah, this is some new shit. This is
It's a
some new shit,
hybrid.
man. Yeah, I don't know about this one. But
So
look,
can y'all
man, I
niggas
gotta
make
get.
money instead
I'm
of
going
like
to
making
sleep,
fun of
bro.
my
I'm
name?
going to sleep. Shout out
Yeah,
to you, Solo,
yeah.
for pulling up on me.
Go to sleep instead of
Moorish.
being a loser ass nigga doing some lame ass shit on your lum ass live with 7 viewers.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I mean, you joined the 7 viewers, so you know you're a part of the losers. But anyway, good night, everybody. I don't know what that last guy was so mad about. Like, he really got upset about the name thing. That's crazy to me. But shouts out to him. Shout out to Solo. Yeah, he got real sassy at the end, bro. I don't get that. But shouts out to everybody. This definitely getting uploaded.